Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey there, this is G Forever.
Yeah, and we're here to review the Godzilla King of the Monsters toys from Bandai. Yeah, and we're going to compare them to the Jakks Pacific toys that you can buy at Walmart to see which is better.
Alright, so this is the Bandai Godzilla 2019 for the movie monster series, 6-inch line. It's nice to see the full tail length. I think they did a great update on this figure. It looks much better than the 2014 version. You have looks like 4 points of articulation, the arms and the legs. Tail unfortunately is glued on, so you can't move it. I wish they kept it loose like all the older Bandai figures, because that's pretty much the play values with the tail when you have a Bandai figure. The sculpt itself is beautiful. I love the metallic blue paint on the back fins. Here's the front on look, and we just spin them around. Kind of see the
no screw holes.
Nope. Yeah, that's also a nice thing. Pretty clean, no screw holes.
So how's he compared to the Jakks Pacific 6-inch Godzilla?
Unfortunately, Jakks Pacific doesn't have a 4-inch, 6-inch figure to compare to, so this is the winner. It's only $15 if you buy it in Japan, but unfortunately shipping's not cheap, so you have to remember to add shipping cost to it.
Yeah, I got this from the website HobbyLink Japan, and yeah, the price, reasonable price, except the shipping's very expensive.
Yep. Next up, we have the Bandai Mafra.
Yeah, so it looks, this paint looks okay. The body is one big lump. It's not detailed. Yeah, it doesn't show off Mothra's interesting new design here. They gave the face a different color, so you can make out the face, but like I said, the body is mostly just this big lump.
Yep.
And the arms too. The arms are very lumpy. Yeah.
Yep. Mafra runs around $10, but again, you'll have to import this, so the price could add up quickly. But when you flip Mothra up to see the bottom view, it's very disappointing. It's they didn't really spend too much time on the paint. They just add a little red. It's all one piece, so you don't have anything sticking out. Same with the arms. Nothing moves. It's like a statue. Like even the wings are fixed, the legs are fixed. All right, so let's bring in the Jakks Pacific version. What Jakks Pacific did for the wings is it's just a sticker rather than paint. But in this case, it came out pretty nice. I do like how the legs on the Jakks Pacific kind of, more, I guess, posed better, whereas Bandai's is really flat, like almost you nailed the Mothra to a wall.
She's kind of squashed.
Squashed, yeah. My personal opinion, I would go with the Jakks Pacific version because of the sculpt and I guess the colors on the wings.
And articulation too. You get articulation on the wings. So I think for me, Jakks Pacific's a clear winner here.
Yep. We have Rodan.
No, right. There he is, except his wings don't move.
Nope, he doesn't move.
No articulation.
No articulation. I think
it's a statue.
Yep, he's just a statue. My biggest complaint is the legs here are just attached to the body. There's no separation, so it looks very lazily done. I don't like the pose. Rodan looks funky looking in this pose, looking straight down. Let me just spin him around so you can get a...
It really makes me wonder what's happened to Bandai. Because we're big Bandai fans. It's like, I know G Forever here in particular is like a big
fan. I love Bandai.
Oh yeah, big Bandai fan. It's like we want to like these things.
All right, so coming in to challenge Bandai is the Jakks Pacific Rodan. And I personally feel Jakks Pacific takes a clear winner here.
Yeah, he's got articulation.
You can flap the wings. Even though the mouth isn't open, the shape of the head looks a lot better. The pose kind of looks like a vulture pose.
Yeah, the Jakks Pacific's got a really cool looking head.
Yeah.
Like it's got a lot of personality.
Definitely.
Yeah, so who has the longer wingspan? Yeah, the Bandai looks wider because he's flat.
Yeah.
But maybe because the Jakks Pacific is more curled.
Yeah. we have the Bandai King Ghidorah. This is roughly $19. All the heads are kind of facing the same direction. Again, zero articulation, which is very strange. Like Bandai usually like allows you to move the heads a little. Sculpt itself is alright. You do see some scales on the wings, on the necks, but there's a pretty flat paint job. There's not much shadowing or anything, but the sculpt on the head's pretty nice. The nice golden eyes
yeah,
are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the sculpture is nice, except I don't like the pose.
Yeah.
Like again, it's like it reminds me kind of like a Roman statue, where it's sort of like it's like he's like he is like posing for a picture.
Yeah.
Like the heads are all like the heads are so uniform. They're all kind of like lined up in a row, where you actually expect it to be a little more chaotic.
Yeah.
Where each head would be like doing its own thing.
All right. So no posability, no articulation, but decent size, bat-like wings, and pretty neat sculpt. All right, here we come. The Jakks Pacific Ghidorah flying into attack. So this Ghidorah is slightly smaller than the Bandai version, but you can play with it more. The heads move, the wings move, you can move the tails, the legs, so everything that you would expect from a kid's toy.
He looks like a slightly smaller scale overall. And the heads and bodies seem smaller.
Yeah.
But his wings are actually wider.
Yeah, the wings are definitely wider on the Jakks Pacific.
See, I like the wider wings. That's one disappointment with the Bandai.
Yeah.
Is that the wings are not as wide as I was hoping they'd be. Do we have a winner?
All right. For me, I don't know. I do like the Bandai sculpt, but like you said, he looks more like a statue with zero articulation. So I'm gonna go with Jakks Pacific here, because I do like how you can play with the wings. And I think the sculpt itself, like, it just looks like it resembles the monster from what I've seen in the trailers more. Next up,
yeah, there he is.
yeah, nice big Godzilla that we have. So it's looks like it's a very similar. They may have just taken the 6-inch and blew it up to this size and just curved the tail so it can fit in the box. So here's the tail. You can see it's curved up. The sculpt itself is alright. I don't mind the curve in this one. Kind of save on some shelf space as well. I really like the blue metallic highlights. But for me, I'm not a fan of the like looking him straight on. For some reason, I feel his head is a little small. Maybe he's actually a little thin for this design. I feel this Godzilla is a little bulkier in the movie. But we'll see. I mean, he does have 4 points of articulation. Finally, you can actually play with this with a Bandai, just like the 6-inch. Again, very nicely done highlights of the on the spines and the the bigger claws on the feet.
Yeah.
But head's
yeah,
a little
nice.
small though.
Yeah, it's nice. But yeah, again, as you said, nice metallic blue on the spikes here.
You also have the metallic blue on the eyes as well.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have here?
Coming to challenge the monster King Godzilla is the Jakks Pacific.
Yeah, this is the 12-inch one. So you can see he's quite a bit taller.
He's much bigger
than the Bandai.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. I think the Bandai is closer to like 10 inches.
10 inch, you're right. So as you see for this one, you also have 4 points of articulation with the legs. He's much stiffer than Bandai.
Is he a harder plastic then?
Yes, much harder plastic. Bandai's nice and soft. You can squeeze him.
Yeah.
But this one is solid, not squeezable. My huge complaint is there are screw holes.
Screw holes there
to keep the body together.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, lots of, yeah, I see four.
Yeah.
I see five big screw holes.
But you do get a movable tail, which I like. I think that's a huge advantage here. You can move. There's 2 additional points on the tail.
And his spikes look really big too.
Yes,
Like
big spikes.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have a favorite here amongst these?
This is tough. I mean, I like the blue highlight on the Bandai, but the sculpt, I'm not a huge fan of the head. I feel something's off, and also the body feels a little thin. I'm gonna go with Jakks Pacific this time. I'm not a huge fan of the screw holes and the hard plastic, but you get the movable tail, and I like how the fins are bigger on the.
Yeah, it's also a stretched out tail too.
Yes.
Like, which again, I like the stretched out tail.
How about you, Heisenberg?
So yeah, I think these are both worthy of a person's collection.
Definitely.
So I think, it's hard to say, but I usually like. For me, usually the bigger the better, and the Jakks Pacific is bigger. Certainly in the U.S., you should get the Jakks Pacific. Alrighty, so this is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hoping you enjoy the Godzilla King of the Monsters toys from both Bandai and Jakks Pacific.